Yes, what is up? And first things first, I know that you missed me since we last saw each other on Friday, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Second, we are having a huge 40% off sale on all Warm Ballers merch at warmballers.com for Cyber Monday, but it's only for 24 hours. So go right now and make sure you use the code STAYWARM. It's all one word, STAYWARM, to get the discount. And third, it's time for the weekend in rewind, or as I like to call it, word. Oh, and I kind of want to start with the dudes that called me out on Twitter about my Borussia Dortmund Schalke prediction being wrong after Dortmund went up 4-0 after 30 minutes. But guess what happened, baby? Dortmund gave up 4 goals in the second half to draw 4-4, and I knew Schalke was going to get a result in this one, even though I said they were going to win. But what a game! Also, all of the highlights, like always, to all these games that I'm talking about will be in the description, and you should go watch this one in particular. But there's a lot of good ones you guys should watch. Also, ×2, how does the Dortmund manager still have a job? I know he just got backed by the higher-ups of Dortmund, and I just don't. Also, ×3, can Christian Pulisic's year get any worse? Our American Lord and Savior deserves better than this. However, Bayern Munich finally lost their first game under new but old manager Jupp Heynckes to Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-1, behind an inspired performance by Mönchengladbach's number 10, Thorgan Hazard, who has had a goal or an assist in his last 6 games, which has helped his club get to 4th in the table, which is 3 points over that other Borussia team I was mentioning before, which is pretty cool for Mönchengladbach, not for Dortmund. But back to Bayern, their lead has been cut at the top to only 3 points over second place RB Leipzig, which means maybe the Bundesliga is going to be more exciting than I thought this season. Also, while we're in Germany, I want to give a shout out to Hamburg for their 3-0 win over Hoffenheim, which finally gets them out of the relegation zone for now. And to FC Köln, who have 0 wins in 13 league games, including a 2-0 home loss to Hertha Berlin this weekend. So obviously, they're sitting at the bottom of the table, but yet they still found a way to beat Arsenal in the Europa League. And speaking of Arsenal, was that really a penalty on Aaron Ramsey in injury time against Burnley? I mean, it was a push, no doubt, but enough of a push to make a grown man fall down like Ramsey fell down? I'm not so sure. But not that it matters what I think, right, Arsenal fans? You guys don't really care what I think.
You're right. We definitely don't care what you think because we definitely deserve that penalty and we definitely deserve to win. And we're definitely going to win the league now because we have the greatest manager of all time at the helm, Arsene Wenger. Come on, you Gunners!
You were due some luck, right? Of course you were. And now you find yourself above Spurs for the first time all season, who could only muster a 1-1 draw against a very game West Brom team. And speaking of 1-1 draws, Liverpool, led by the best signing of the summer, Mohamed Salah. And yes, I said it, he's the best signing of the summer easily. Well, he scored again, and Liverpool should have held on to the 1-0 lead after he scored his second half goal, but like they did against Sevilla midweek in the Champions League, they gave up a lead again, and this time on a Schross, a half shot, half cross by Chelsea's Willian, who will 100% say he was shooting it, but we all know that he was trying to cross it, as both clubs split the points, which means, fun fact for you, Chelsea manager Antonio Conte has beaten every club in the Premier League besides Liverpool. Don't you feel smarter now that I told you that? Also, I'm gonna let you know who won the Warm Baller Starter Kit at the end of the video. So just scroll forward if you want. You don't have to watch the rest. Just go all the way to the end to see if your name got picked, if you picked the right score. Also, another fun fact for you, after those 2 clubs split the points, it just meant a bigger gap is growing between top of the table leaders Manchester City and everyone else after City's 2-1 win over a very spirited Huddersfield team who will probably feel like they were cheated out of some points. But if you watch the game, City were clearly the better team and in my humble opinion deserved all 3 points despite Raheem Sterling's pretty lucky goal off his knee or thigh or whatever. Also, hat tip to Pep Guardiola, who's getting the best out of his players, most notably Raheem Sterling, who looks so confident this season, which has City on pace to set the Premier League record for wins in a season, points in a season, and goals scored in a season. And I just don't see any reason for them to slow down, and I don't think anyone is going to catch them. So I'm incredibly sorry, Manchester United fans, and your current 39-game home unbeaten streak, which equals a record set in the mid-60s under Sir Matt Busby. It's not going to be enough. And that must hurt a little bit. Nor is a missed call in the Valencia-Barcelona game going to be enough to stop Barca from winning the league this season. The clash of the two top undefeated teams in Spain ended in a 1-1 draw, but it should have been a 2-1 win for Barcelona after Valencia's goalkeeper bobbled Leo Messi's shot into his own net, which could potentially come back to haunt Barca if they end up losing their current 8-point lead over their biggest rivals in Madrid, which I doubt they will. I know it's only November, but that's a pretty big gap. But fair play to Barcelona manager Ernesto Valverde, who said that they got a goal against Malaga that they shouldn't have earlier in the season, and that by them not getting this call, it evened everything out. But let's be honest, it's time for La Liga to get some VAR in their life. They need it. It'll really squash all these controversies that they don't need in their life. And speaking of Barca's biggest rivals in Madrid, Real Madrid held off Malaga 3-2 on a late penalty by Cristiano Ronaldo, while Atleti, led by the man, myth, and career mode legend Kevin Gamero, who had 2 goals and an assist, beat Levante on the road 5-0, which helped both clubs gain 2 valuable points on Valencia and Barca. And now, to finish up my top stories in Spain, I want to give a shout out to Sevilla, who came back from 3 goals down midweek to draw with Liverpool in the Champions League 3-3, which I mentioned earlier. And they came back again from 2 goals down with 35 minutes left to go to beat Villarreal 3-2, which is a testament to Sevilla's heart and character this season. And speaking of heart and character, can we talk about Napoli being unbeaten in their last 21 league away games, which is just an incredible stat, including their 1-0 win away to Udinese this weekend, which sees them reclaim the top spot from Inter Milan, who had beaten Cagliari 3-0 behind a brace from the very in-form Mauro Icardi, who is now tied with Ciro the Hero Immobile at the top of the Serie A scoring charts with 15 goals in 14 games, which allowed Inter to hold on to the top spot for about a day, I think. Also, side note, how come all these Argentine strikers like Mauro Icardi and Paulo Dybala, Gonzalo Higuain can score a ton of goals in Serie A, but they can do f all when they put on their national team shirt? It just, what the fuck, just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the other big news coming out of Italy, besides Napoli hosting Juventus this upcoming weekend, which is going to be the must-watch game of the week, is that the other 4 teams chasing Napoli, Inter, and Juve at the top, and I'm talking about Roma, Lazio, Sampdoria, and AC Milan, all drop points this weekend, which I think rules them out of challenging for the title. I really do. I feel like that's it. They're done. And please at me in the comments. I dare you, because you know I'm right. Also, I want to give a special mention to AC Milan, who drew 0-0 with Torino at home, which equaled their team record of not scoring in 4 consecutive games at home, which is nothing to be proud of. And it makes me question why manager Vincenzo Montella still has a job. Can someone please explain that to me? Please! Wait, what's that? Vincenzo Montella has been fired. Yes! It is about time! Now, manager Eno, gotta put your CV in there. Let them know that you're available, because you're good. And speaking of pretty good, it's time for This Week in Neymar, where the Brazilian superstar was easily the best player on the field in PSG's 2-1 win over defending Ligue 1 champions Monaco, and it was his goal, a penalty that he earned, which is why he got to take it instead of Edinson Cavani, that ultimately became the game winner, though if Kylian Mbappe could have scored on any of Neymar's incredible through balls that put Mbappe through 1v1 with the goalkeeper twice, the Neymar stats would have been even better. And speaking of people who helped pad their stats, how about Charlie Austin, who in his first start of the season scored 2 goals in Southampton's 4-1 beatdown of the team that used to call themselves Everton Football Club. Not sure what to call them now. And Justin Kluivert, who scored a pretty incredible hat-trick for Ajax in their 5-1 win on the road versus Roda JC, which is something his dad Patrick Kluivert never did when he played for Ajax. So way to go. Son is better than dad. And Marco Ruben, who scored the game winner as Rosario Central beat Boca Juniors 1-0, which is Boca's 2nd straight loss, and now cuts their once very big lead to only 3 points at the top of the league in Argentina. And Vitor Gomes, who scored the game-tying goal for Aves versus Portuguese league leaders FC Porto, which means Porto only leads Sporting Clube de Portugal by 2 points, and the defending champions Benfica by 3 points, and Porto hosts Benfica next week, which is going to be a terrific match and probably on par with Napoli versus Juventus in terms of excitement and what's at stake and bragging rights and all that good stuff. And then finally, we have the Liga MX playoffs, where all the top seeds made it to the next round. Number 1 seeded Monterrey smashed Atlas 6-2 over 2 legs. The number 2 seed Tigres tied with Leon 2-2 after 2 legs, but they moved on because the first tiebreaker in the playoffs is who had the better regular season record, and Tigres were better. And then the 3rd seed Club America did the same after not scoring a goal over 2 legs against Cruz Azul because Cruz Azul couldn't score either, which is a really nice way to back into the semifinals by not scoring any goals. And then the number 4 seed Morelia did the same as well over Toluca. They tied, but Morelia had the better record. But it was controversial since the goal they needed to go through with the better record was an incredible bicycle kick goal. But the bicycle kick goal should have been ruled offside. But the referees let it stand because there was a deflection. I just feel like it was a bit shady because he was offside when the ball was kicked, and then, well, you know what, you guys can check it out in the description. So anyway, the semifinals are set. Monterrey will be taking on Morelia, and Tigres will be taking on Club America, which should provide for some very entertaining games, maybe, because Club America can't score to save their lives right now, and Tigres isn't much better at the moment. Anyway, that is it. That is all I got, so hit that like and subscribe button for more of this space and these smart words, and for the subscriber giveaway coming later this week. And then check out Career Mode tomorrow, #IñoIn, and then go get some shirts and hats and stickers at warmballers.com using the promo code STAYWARM for 40% off. And I will see you tomorrow. And after, oh my, I couldn't believe, I just forgot to name the winner for the prediction of Liverpool-Chelsea, and I said I was gonna do it, and now I forgot. Now I gotta go look. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go. Okay, I just got done looking through all those comments, and there was a lot of them, and some of you guys are pretty funny. I appreciate your sense of humor and some of your bad predictions because it makes me feel better about myself. But the winner for this prediction of Liverpool versus Chelsea for the 1-1 scoreline, there was a few of you, but there could only be one winner this time for the Warm Baller Starter Kit, is, drumroll please, Josh Snipes 71 FIFA. Yes, my man, you are the winner. So make sure you hit me up in the YouTube comments or on Twitter, and we will sort you out. Okay, I'm done talking. Later.